13 News Now at 4. I'm Janet Roach.
And I'm Regina Mobley. First night, another ride on the weather roller coaster. We had warm temperatures and a lot of sun today.
And that's after a big dip we took yesterday. But there's another burst of cold air on the way for the weekend.
All right, arms and feet in the roller coaster. Evan, let's go.
That's right, and it's nice to have the up day today. Of course, I know a lot of folks would like to have it over the weekend, but just a beautiful shot looking over downtown Norfolk and Portsmouth. Look at these temperatures in the 70s. Very mild, warm for this time of year. We actually were about 74 at the last hour. The big story again, something is about to change in a major way as I'm tracking two systems that will impact us. First through the evening, we're looking at those mild temperatures to continue by 7 o'clock, about 68 degrees. But notice those clouds on the increase later tonight. That's in advance of the next storm system that will actually come together in two parts and impact our day on Saturday. First, we've got the southern branch of the system that's already producing some showers over central North Carolina, but you can see all this moisture here. And we've got a cold front that's diving southward, and the two are going to come together right over top of us during the day on Saturday. So we'll start out with a mild morning, a good soaking rain to start the day. Could even be a thunderstorm, but then colder air will surge south through the day, meaning falling temperatures, and that rain could mix with some sleet or wet snow, and there could be some minor accumulations off towards the north and west. Now, when I come back, we'll use Futurecast to time things out through the day, let you know what we expect for Saturday and when we could see temperatures back in the 70s again. That's all coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Evan.
Well, the nice weather today will last long enough for the first Friday street party in downtown Norfolk. There are events both at the TCC Plaza on Granby Street and at the Plot in the Neon District at Granby and East Olney Road. And you can check out live music, food, drinks, and more. It kicks off at 5 and goes on until 8:30.
We have breaking news from Wall Street. It's another volatile day on the stock market. The Dow Jones dropped more than 570 points today. Experts say the plunge is the result of uncertainties surrounding the growing trade fight with China. President Trump threatened more tariffs after China announced new taxes on American goods in response to new American tariffs from last month. We will have more on the escalating trade battle in a few minutes.
Tonight, a motorcyclist is in serious condition after a crash on Newtown Road. This happened this morning right at the Norfolk-Virginia Beach border. Norfolk police say when they arrived, they found a man lying in the street and another vehicle's driver with minor injuries. Medics rushed the motorcyclist to the hospital. Police are investigating to see if charges are appropriate.
A developing story out of Portsmouth. Mayor John Rowe took the stage in his State of the City address. Speaking
in front of lawmakers, business owners, and other city leaders, he wanted to dispel any misconceptions about the city. 13 News Now reporter Jacqueline Lee attended the event and is live in Portsmouth. Jacqueline.
Yeah, Janet. Well, a focus of Mayor Rowe's address was to highlight the successes of small businesses. And one of his priorities for the city moving forward is economic development. Part of that includes recognizing one of the city's greatest assets, which is the waterfront. As a result, he said he wants to convert waterfront government buildings over to private development.
You can't put a residential building where you've got an old jail. You can't put a residential building where you got City Hall. So the idea is to move off the waterfront and turn that property over to the private sector for development.
And Mayor Rowe said one of the greatest challenges includes recycling the land. So what does that mean and what exactly does he want to do about that? I'll tell you coming up on 13 News Now at 5. Live in Portsmouth, Jacqueline Lee, 13 News Now.
And a reminder, there are only a few days left to register to vote in the May elections. Some area cities and counties will hold elections for school board, city council, and mayor on May 1st. The deadline to register to vote is Monday the 9th. If you're not sure about where your registration status stands or if you need to update your information, you can check everything online at elections.virginia.gov.
Happening now in Norfolk, bike sharing is officially up and running. After months of planning, the city has launched its program. 13 News Now reporter Elise Brown shows us how it works.
So this is at no cost to taxpayers and is fully supported by sponsors. A perfect way to start your Friday. Norfolk, is unlocking some fun with Pace Bike Share.
That is so awesome.
There are 200 bikes and 20 docking stations around the city.
It is about time.
Bikes can be found everywhere, from Waterside to ODU and Young Terrace.
It's an awesome idea to bring to the
Are you going to try it out?
Am I going to try it out? Why not?
So here's how it works. You got to download the Pace app and be 18 and older.
Your first ride is actually on us. You unlock the bikes using Bluetooth, the lock pops right open, and you get on your way.
It costs $1 every 30 minutes. When you're ready to lock up the bike, organizers ask that you put it at a docking station or any other bike rack.
So we definitely recommend that riders, particularly inexperienced riders or folks who are just getting used to using bikes again, get helmets.
So Pace has a full team that checks on the bikes to make sure they're in working order. And the cool thing is, coming soon, they hope to have adaptive bikes. In Norfolk, Elise Brown, 13 News Now.
Well, the bike sharing program means we'll see more cyclists on the roads. Now, remember, the DMV says bicycles are considered vehicles when they are on the road, and the same rules apply. Cyclists must obey all traffic signs and signals. They are supposed to ride on the right side of the road with traffic and use hand signals for stops and turns. If you are riding on a sidewalk, you must give the right of way to pedestrians and call out to them before you pass them.
It has been 6 years since a Navy jet slammed into a Virginia Beach apartment complex in what has now become known as the Good Friday Miracle. The jet hit the Mayfair News on April 6, 2012. 2 aviators safely ejected and no one on the ground was hurt. The Navy says the crash happened because of dual engine failure. Well, there is progress for the Elizabeth River Trail. This is a live look at Plum Point in Norfolk. That is where Norfolk Mayor Kenny Alexander and the Friends of the Elizabeth River Trail are announcing the latest fundraising effort. More than $2 million have been raised so far. That will help fund water fountains, playgrounds, charging stations, and more.
If you're looking for something to do this weekend, you can check out an active Coast Guard ship. This is a live look at the Cutter Eagle. It's docked at Nauticus at Norfolk right now, and you can take a tour until 7 tonight. And tours tomorrow run from 10 in the morning until 7 in the evening.
All right now in Norfolk, fans are getting ready for some baseball. It is opening day for the Norfolk Tides.
And first up, they're facing the Gwinnett Stripers. 13 News Now sports director Scott Cash. He's live down at the ballpark. So, Scott, how's the team looking?
How they look? Well, they've been in Florida for 6 weeks, so they look tan is what they look like right now. They just came out on the field a little bit as they're getting ready for batting practice. It all starts tonight right here at Harbor Park. As you mentioned, the Tides against the Gwinnett Stripers. 6 o'clock is when the gates open. We got pictures just to get you in the mood. So it's the Gwinnett Stripers. They used to be the Gwinnett Braves. They've always been the Braves as the Atlanta Braves AAA Farm Club. But I guess there's a lot of fishing in Gwinnett, so we'll go with the Stripers this year. The Tides, what we got for a team this year is a good mix, as usual. Veterans and upcoming prospects. They're looking pretty good. But I know one thing, it's a whole lot different here than it was in spring training.
Always. There's always a different feel when it comes around to getting to your city, which is obviously coming back here and getting this thing kicked off again. And it's always exciting. I've enjoyed every opener I've ever had since I was in Little League.
I mean, it's exciting. I mean, as soon as the season ends last year, this is what we have to look forward to. You know, you go through all your off season, then you go down to spring training for a month and a half, and it's all geared towards getting ready.
All right, so next time you see me, I'll have Ken Young, the owner of the Tides. We'll talk about the upcoming things. I wanted to show you there actually really are players out here right now as they're just getting stretched and getting ready for batting practice. I'll talk to you in the next hour. Scott Cash, 13 News Now at Harbor Park.
All right, some of Virginia's top sports figures will get a big honor this weekend. The Virginia Sports Hall of Fame will induct the newest class. The honorees include former Virginia Tech head football coach Frank Beamer and MLB All-Star and Chesapeake native Michael Kadire. As part of the induction weekend, there is a meet and greet tomorrow morning at the Westin Hotel. Fans can get autographs from 9 to 11. The induction ceremony tomorrow is at the Sandler Center in Virginia Beach.